I know she's gone to a special place, but she will always have a place in our hearts. I love her very much.
My sister could tell some story. She said, "Billy, when they steal Shannon shoes at church, at school, and when I pray to God, the shoes come back." And I could tell a lot of stories. I didn't go when your child grown up. She used to fight for me and stuff like that. But I just want everybody to know when she tells you something, you gotta believe her faith is untested. So, we should live up herself today. The morning when Beryl go home, she said, "Billy, I feel good today. I'm going home to the bank." So she feel good going home. She called me from the bank and said, "How much you pay for the water heater?" I said, "I see one for XYZ. But I'm not working right no more. Bye, my money's running out." She was very happy. So I'm happy that she go home in fine style. She didn't go home crying and moaning and groaning. So we're happy for that. Thank you very much.
My mother, she was a very funny woman. And when I say funny, I mean like crack up laughing funny, witty, and she was whip smart. She always had a comeback for everything, and she always had to laugh, had to have the last word. In a good way, but she still had to have the last word. She loved to laugh, and she was always cracking jokes about everything. No matter how serious the circumstances were, no matter what crisis you were going through, she would find something in it to smile and laugh and joke about. She did the best she could in every situation and in every circumstance. One day I said to her, as you can see, this one is the baby and she's taller than me. So I'm jealous, right? Because she's tall. So I go to my mother and I said, "Mommy, it's your fault I'm short, you know." And she turned to me and she said, "I did the best I could. I got you a tall father." Can't give any answer to that, right? And that statement, "I did the best she could," is the epitome of my mom. She always gave 110% in every situation, and she always did her best.
She was very protective of all of us, and she had big dreams and expectations. And growing up, I didn't understand her. It was when I became older that I really had a better relationship with her. That's when my relationship with her really got strong. When I was in college, we would talk every single day, especially when after she got WhatsApp. Every single day. I tell you, my college friends knew my mom as how they would know me. Every single day. She was very strong-willed. She loved reading and she loved learning new stuff. She was a great judge of character, and as Andy would say, she always told us to stay away from trouble. Her physical eyes were impaired, so she wore glasses, but she was the seer in the family. She saw things, and I tell you, as once again Shelly said before, she was a prophetess. She saw things before they could happen, or before they happened. She always called us and said, "Don't go to that place," even when they never tell her, say, "I go. Don't go to that place, don't hang out with that person," and she was always right.
We could talk to her about anything, and all of us thought, or would claim that we are her favorite. I don't know how she did, but I'm her favorite, and everybody around here was the same. I said I wasn't going to say, I was going to find something that, I always think that it was only good things. As I looked to find something that I could think of that was negative, I still saw how it was beautiful. And the only thing I can find about my auntie that was not crystal was she complained. But she always ended, just like the Psalms, with prayer and praise. She was a prayer warrior, a prophetess, a visionary. She was not afraid of hard work. And although she was sick a lot, it never stopped her from pushing through and getting things done. So although I'm sad today that she's no longer here, I'm happy she's with the Lord and in no more suffering or pain. So her memories are in our hearts. Her advice and her words are in our mind as we continue to honor her legacy of prayer and pushing through.
She is my darling, my dear friend, my darling wife. She was all to me, and I loved her very much. She was a people person. She touched the life of everyone that she came in contact with. She especially loved the poor, and she always said, when you give to the poor, you lend to the Lord. She always had her mission barrel, and she had friends, some of whom were in the audience today, who would give her clothes and shoes and bags and hats. And she would collect them in this barrel and distribute them to the poor in the communities and in the churches. She was a person who worshiped God night and day. She sang and prayed. And she always said, "This world is not my home. I'm just a pilgrim passing through." And this, my dad continues, he says, "I'm so sad that she is gone so soon. I know that the life she lived, she has gone, but I am confident we will meet again at the earth made new. We will meet, never to part again, in the happy home beyond the sky. May her soul rest in peace."
She was tasked with buying my books, my bag, and trying to find her shoes that provided comfort and at the same time the ability to last all year. You would hear me yelling, "Grandma, Grandma!" She would turn and say, "You're not the only one that has a grandmother." But she wouldn't know that she was my strength and the only person most of the times I could call on. As I aged, she was the one I would call when I needed someone to talk to. She was my advisor, and she was also an advisor to many. This meant that she spent a lot of time on the telephone. Most of the times, one call ended another. The last birthday card she gave me, she wrote, "The best things in life are gifts of love. It's a smile that says I care, a hug given right on time, and a heart that knows what hasn't even been said yet." I did not know this would be my last card. I keep all of them. My grandmother loved me through my good and my bad. Blessed are the dead who die in Christ, for they will be resurrected.